channel.
Today we will share information about around the sea world.
Let's explore the sea!
Toothy fish sheepshead. Sheepshead seem like the only inshore game in town around the southeast through late winter. Most of the trout and redfish have either moved deep or have already been caught. Out of the coastal rivers, canals and potholes where they seek refuge from the cold. Fortunately, loads of sheepshead move inshore in late winter and early spring to spawn on structure. These fish are tasty and usually not too difficult to fool, though it can take some know-how to find and catch them. And because they are abundant, limits are liberal compared to more targeted species up to 25 a day in most Louisiana parishes. 15 in Mississippi and Georgia, 10 in Alabama, South Carolina and North Carolina, 8 in Florida, and 5 in Texas. Sheepshead are named for their sheep-like teeth, evolved for crunching up crabs, and they're most often found where these foods are plentiful. To find them, you simply need to locate barnacles, oysters, crabs or mussels on any sort of hard vertical structure in coastal rivers, bays and bayous. Jetties, piers, bridge pilings, oil structures, rocks and wrecks all attract sheepshead. Heads are not solitary fish, particularly in late winter and early spring. Find one and you may find a dozen. The average fish is 2 or 3 pounds, but 5-pounders are common, and they get considerably larger. The world record, caught along a seawall in Louisiana's Lake Pontchartrain, weighed 21 pounds 4 ounces. The trick in locating sheepshead is to run to a number of likely spots, a long row of barnacled bridge pilings. Watch for fish roaming just a few feet under the surface, or use forward-looking or side-scanning sonar should your boat be equipped with one or both of these electronic marvels. Anywhere you see fish, position via anchor well uptide and let the stern of the boat ease back to within casting range of the structures. A note of caution: if you plan on tying to pilings, take along plenty of fenders to protect the finish of your boat. In moderate winds or tide flows, a trolling motor with a GPS anchor can keep you within range at just the right angle. Rig up right. Sheepshead are known as bait stealers because they often nip the bait off with their sharp teeth rather than inhaling it whole. Sometimes they swim up and suck in the bait from below, slacking the line without any indication of a bite. This leads to the old joke that you must set the hook just before the bite to catch them. But veteran sheepshead anglers rarely miss a fish because they rig right and know what to keep an eye out for. Braided line in 15 pound, though in areas where you may catch larger sheepshead and maybe bull reds, too. Like around some of Louisiana's inshore rigs, 30-pound braid will give you a better chance around the structure. Use 20-pound mono leader with 15-pound braid, 30-pound mono with the 30-pound braid. Most experts recommend using a dropper loop to tie on the hook, with the weight on the bitter end of the leader. This puts you in direct touch with the hook when there's a bite. The fish doesn't have to move the weight to alert you that there's something going on below. Size 1/0 to 3/0 short shank, 2x strong hooks are preferred. Believe it or not, sheepshead can actually bite through the light wire hooks sometimes used for inshore trout fishing. Another popular alternative is to use a bare jig, ranging from 1/4 ounce for structure in 8 to 10 feet of water, and moderate tidal flow up to 3 ounces for depths to 40 feet and high current flow. Jigs with stout, short shank hooks in size 1/0 to 2/0 are a good choice. Bait up. Live fiddler crabs are widely recognized as the optimal bait, and many bait shops in Sheepshead country carry these crabs. Or you can round up your own on marshy shorelines at low tide. Just run them down or punch a stick into a small hole. In some places they're so thick you can throw a 1/4 inch mesh cast net over the swarm. You'll want several dozen to catch a limit of heads since, as mentioned earlier, the fish are good notorious bait stealers. If crabs are scarce, live shrimp catch plenty as well. Your best bet is to cut the tail off a 3-inch shrimp and make it into 2 baits. Tactics. You must master a few fine points of fishing if you want to catch sheepshead. First, you must keep a taut line. If you feel weight or if the line goes slack, set the hook, otherwise the fish will steal the bait. If the bite slows, you can often turn it back on by using a sputting hoe to knock barnacles and mussels off the structures. Be sure to check your state's regulations before doing this with oysters, which are regulated in size and harvest dates. In water less than 8 feet deep, anchor at the edge of casting range and throw their baits to the structure they expect to hold fish. This maneuver keeps from spooking fish that are shallow, particularly in clear water. In deeper water, it's common to tie directly to a piling or spot lock next to one and drop the bait vertically, which gives a better feel for the often delicate bite of a sheepshead. Cutting up. To fillet a head, cut in just behind the gill cover and down to the backbone, then back along the backbone toward the tail. Leave a skin tab at the base of the tail, flip the fillet over flat and peel off the skin. Then, cut away the rib cage and you've got a fillet of boneless white meat. Broiling is a great way to cook the fillets. Brush with a little mayo, shake on a little Montreal seasoning, and place in an oiled broiler pan about 6 inches below the oven broiler. Cook just long enough that a fork can easily penetrate the flesh.
Thanks for watching this video.
Don't forget to like,
Comment,
share,
and subscribe this channel.
See you later!